In today's video, I'm reviewing a 2007 Acura MDX, which is a 3-row crossover SUV that's heavily based off of the Honda Pilot. Acura first introduced the MDX to market in 2001 and came out with an all-new second-generation model for 2007. The second-generation model continued through 2013, but saw a minor refresh in 2010. From a styling perspective, the Acura MDX falls in line with the rest of the Acura lineup, having a very distinct Acura look to it. It's both futuristic and modern, with a lot of points and sharp edges. Despite the fact that this is heavily based off the Honda Pilot, there's very little to no resemblance between the two vehicles. And really the MDX has pretty unique styling among all SUVs in this segment. Because Acura is the luxury lineup for Honda, the MDX does come with a much more premium look and feel, with a lot more features and options available. See that the taillights are LED, which has become very common on vehicles these days, but in 2007 that was pretty revolutionary. Got the dual exhaust on the rear. Walking around the side, we've got chrome door handles and a pretty nice set of stock wheels. Definitely a unique overall style, but comes together nicely and is a pretty attractive vehicle. Up front, got the very distinct Acura grille, which has a nice shine to it. The main change that the MDX saw for 2010 was a refresh to this front grille, which grew the size of that quite a bit. I actually like the overall look of the early versions of the MDX more than that refreshed version that came out in 2010. To me, it was just a little bit too big. Kind of looked like it had a giant front tooth. For a 3-row crossover vehicle, the MDX has pretty good styling as well. And the third row was actually fairly revolutionary when the MDX came out back in 2001. Up until that point, there was really very little selection in terms of 3-row vehicles on the market. So they kind of filled a niche in the market. Now jumping into the vehicle, you'll see that the MDX has a very nicely appointed interior. And again, you've got to keep in mind that this is a 2007, and so in some ways it looks a little dated by today's standards, but overall has a nice look and feel to it. Also worth noting that it has very comfortable seats. Now there are a lot of similarities in terms of styling with Honda vehicles, and you'll see that throughout. It's got a very Honda-like style to the front dash and the use of materials. When you get into really premium Hondas, they look very similar to the Acura counterparts. Now again, because this is a luxury version of the Honda, it does come fully loaded. So there are a lot of standard features and options that you may not get in a base Pilot or even in a higher end version of the Pilot. Of course, we've got power windows, power door locks, power seats. These are the memory settings for those. You can obviously manually adjust as well. Several controls on the steering wheel, audio controls. It's got Bluetooth. You've got cruise control. A number of other vehicle functions that can be controlled through that steering wheel. Got a little information computer up above here that tells you some of the vehicle information, such as fuel economy, date, time, temperature. The center dash here, see we've got audio controls, climate controls. It is dual zone climate control. We've also got heated seats for both the driver and the front passenger. It's an automatic transmission. It does have the sport option so that you can manually shift. Here in the middle, it's got a split center console. Some cup holders here on the other side. This vehicle also comes with a sunroof. Controls up above here. Also got the HomeLink system for programming your garage door opener into the vehicle. Jumping into the back row, you'll see it's very spacious, plenty of legroom and headroom. Likewise, these middle row seats are very comfortable, as are the front. Got some vents for those back row passengers, as well as controls for the climate, so that's nice. Having that kind of tri-zone climate control. Got a view to the front from back here. Got a center armrest down the middle. And then fold down this seat and you'll see we've got the third row seat in the back. Now it's definitely on the tighter side. If you got taller passengers, it's going to be pretty crowded back there. But it is nice having that ability to get those third row passengers in on occasion. Jumping around to the back of the vehicle, you'll see that with those third row seats in use, it also significantly reduces that overall cargo capacity. So it's really kind of a vehicle where you have a choice between carrying third row passengers or carrying cargo. But again, it's nice having that option. You know, there may be the occasion where you want to drive the neighbor's kids home from school, and having the ability to pop up that third row seat can get you there. But if you've got a family of 6 and you're planning on going on long road trips and you want to be able to carry all that cargo, it's going to be pretty tight in the back. You need to at least get a rooftop box if that's your intent. These seats do fold down quite easily, and they fold flat into the floor, giving you quite a bit of cargo capacity with those down. And so as a 5-passenger vehicle, it's got more than adequate cargo capacity. The MDX is available with a single engine option. It's a 3.7 liter V6, which has 300 horsepower, 270 pound-feet of torque, and is paired with a 5-speed automatic. In 2010, they changed that transmission to a 6-speed. The EPA rating is 15 miles per gallon in the city, 20 miles per gallon on the highway, and towing capacity is 5,000 pounds. Overall, Acura's done very nicely with this vehicle. It's very nicely appointed, it's comfortable, it offers really good, quiet, smooth ride, excellent handling, good performance. There's really nothing to complain about the vehicle other than the fact that it seems to lack a little bit of the personality that you get from some of its competitors. You know, in a lot of ways, it just really feels like they took a Honda Pilot, gave it some unique styling, added a few features, and called it a new vehicle. And you know, with some of the other competition that you may get from like a German brand, it's a standalone vehicle that's intended to be a luxury vehicle. It's intended to appeal to that market base. And with the MDX, I don't really get that same feel. It really just feels like they took a Honda Pilot, kind of spruced it up, and increased the price tag. Despite that, there's a lot of really great things that this vehicle offers. You know, the fact that overall there is nothing to complain about. It's got plenty of power, it gets pretty decent fuel economy, it's comfortable, it's got a nice smooth ride, good handling. I mean, they've done everything right in that sense. It just lacks a little bit of that personality. Now, obviously, because this is an Acura and it's based on the Honda Pilot, you also get to bank on that reputation for reliability and durability, which is really nice, knowing that in the long term, this vehicle should be pretty low cost of ownership in terms of maintenance and repairs, and see less issues than what you get from some of the other competition in that same German segment. So that's a review of the 2007 Acura MDX. This vehicle has a lot to offer to potential buyers. It's very comfortable, it's got great ride quality, excellent handling with that all-wheel drive system, and you get the backup of the Honda Acura reputation for reliability and durability, something that's going to be pretty rare in this upscale luxury SUV segment. If you have any comments or questions, leave those in the section below. For more car reviews, subscribe to my channel. In the meantime, thanks for watching.